And we are live. Welcome everyone to the inaugural episode of Hammer House Podcast. We haven't had gotten a name yet. We're just going to call it HammerCast for the time. Okay? Maybe the audience can help us out with a name in the future. But welcome everyone. This is the first episode, first ever Hammer House Podcast. Okay? My wonderful co-host here, Johan.
Yo.
And then of course we have our lovely guest, Wendy.
Hi.
Wendy, good morning.
Hi.
How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, y'all. I'm feeling okay. I am constipated right now.
Constipated.
Life is a bit strange. But yes, hi. Nice to see you all this morning.
Good to see you as well. Wendy, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Just what you do in general. And there's a lot of people here that's already chanting your name in the chat.
Really?
Yeah, they're just like, Wendy, I want to see.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody is like, I want to see Wendy yapping.
Yapping, yes.
You clearly have a lot of fans.
Thank you. No.
Maybe you can, for the rest of us who, like people like myself who don't fully understand it, maybe you can give us a brief introduction about yourself.
Okay, so basically I'm Wendy, also known as venti.rl on Instagram. So I'm just a Singaporean cosplayer, hobbyist, nothing too serious. I play Beyblade X as a hobby, and that's kind of what I'm here for today. And I'm going for an event later at AFA, so yeah.
Sweet. So you're also a cosplayer, right? I mean, that's what you'll be doing later at the
Yeah, oh my god, yes, I'm a cosplayer.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna just dive straight into it. All right,
Yes,
we're just
let's
gonna go straight into the first topic of the day. Okay, and this one is, I mean, honestly, it was very shocking when I first heard about it. Okay, suddenly there's like a group of people, all of them just suddenly very excitedly talking about Beyblade. Just like, hang on a second, didn't I hear this Beyblade from like the
15 years
2000? Yeah,
ago.
from like 2000 something. I couldn't believe it when I heard it. A boomer dinosaur such as myself, I'm just, hang on a second, isn't Beyblade like done and gone? But no, oh my goodness, it just made this big resurgence under my nose. I didn't realize it was happening. Okay, make a big comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, we didn't realize it also until we talk about table conquest. And it's like, oh, Beyblade is going table conquest?
Yeah.
What is Beyblade?
And then some more got tournament, everything, And then when people were talking about it, got meta, got the Beyblade meta, got like different builds. Wendy, you gotta get us up to speed, okay? You are the Beyblade expert over here. You gotta get us up to speed.
Up to speed. Okay, so I'm a new gen considering all of the years that Beyblade has existed. But right now, this one is called Beyblade X. The X stands for the Extreme line, which is the new gimmick of this year's installment. So basically, it's much simpler than the ones that we know from before. This one in particular, anyone can join. The price is very good, and also it just comes in 3 parts. Like, would you like to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't see it from here, so you have to bring it up.
All right. So, for example, we have this new one called Tyranno Beat, and it comes together with the blade, and then the ratchet, which is the plastic over here, and the bit, which is the customizable bit, like the way that it can move around the stadium. It's very cool.
So okay, the first thing, because I'm an avid gamer, okay, I love gaming, okay, I love to play around with builds with different stuff, right? This is my bread and butter in gaming. I want to understand a little bit more about the different Beyblade builds, the different style you can build the Beyblade. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit more about that.
Yeah, sure. So, like, with every simple ones, there's always the stamina, the attack, and the defense, which I don't seem to have all of that right here, like the basic one. But for example, you can build according to your playstyle, and then also you can check out maybe from the shape of the blade. For example, if it's very sharp like this, it's probably an attack bay. And like, so with the ratchets and such, they come in 60 to 80 heights, but then also with different
Wait, sorry, what does that mean, the 60 to 80?
60 to 80. Okay, so basically, you see the height of this thing. It's like this one, for
Is that
example.
in like millimeters or something? Is that what it means?
Millimeters? I'm not so sure actually. Like, maybe I'll just call it that. Like, when you eye it yourself, you can kind of see like the difference. Okay, it's very big, but you'll get to it. So this one is the 370. Yeah, it's a new one.
So just the height difference. So to make your Beyblade taller or shorter?
Yes, that's right. So this one in comparison,
I see it, yeah.
it's like taller.
It's quite a
bit.
quite a big difference.
Quite a big difference, yeah, definitely. And then even more so if you get the 80, but I don't have it.
So
right
the
here.
taller Beyblades means what? Means attack better, is it? Like it can chong faster, and is that what it means?
Okay, so there's like this term that we coined in the community called down smash, and we always say that's not a real term.
Not Hawk Smash, right?
Wait,
Hawk Smash.
Whoa. This is
That's
a family.
copyrighted.
This is a family-friendly channel. Okay, we don't talk about down smash here. Okay, but yes, please go on.
No, don't think about that. You are in the gutter, man. All right, so down smash basically makes your bay taller, and so your opponent bay is probably gonna be shorter than you. And in that case, when it swings through the stadium, it can hit you from the top down and then destabilize the opponent.
Okay, so you are pushing your opponent's Beyblade down to
Yes.
force him to the ground.
Yes,
Okay.
basically. Some people love that stuff very much. So they can, right now with the new installments and everything, they can create an entire deck of down smash base.
Okay. So Meteor Storm from the chat wants to know whose meta deck is that? I think when you brought it up, they are very curious about why is something wrong with or is it like the Omega meta?
Omega. I wouldn't call it so, honestly, but yeah, I mean, you can consider this as a meta blade. It's the new Wizard Rod from the UX series, and people typically join it together with the 370 and the Hexa or something like that. Yeah.
So every part of the Beyblade serves a purpose.
Yes, that's
Wow.
every part. You see? This is the
I
flaps.
heard of this term, right? When you guys were talking about it in the group, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Something called weight maxing, like, and then the extreme ways, right, in which Beyblade players go to execute weight maxing. Could you just describe a little bit about that?
Okay, so the term weight maxing is inspired from the one that we know in TikTok slang called looks maxing. So basically, where you maximize every single aspect in your get ready routine, in your face, to be like the best looking. So when it comes to weight maxing, it really comes down to having a scale, a micro scale that you bring around, and then you put a bay on top and see if it's heavier, it's better, that kind of thing.
So it's like you have this weighing machine that you carry, and then because the individual packaging, you don't get to choose the items that you want, right? It's kind of like a bit of a
Some do.
Oh, some do,
So
okay.
only some of the boxes are blind boxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's some of those, then after that, what you do is what you're looking for is like manufacturing defects, right? Which is that maybe some of the manufacturer in Vietnam, they put just a little bit more plastic. There's like another like 30 grams more plastic within it, and then just that gives me the additional weight needed.
I don't think they measure by 30 grams. I think they measure by 0.
Okay. Yeah, like
Zero,
three,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Down to the 0 point. Yes.
Yeah. So this sports, right? This Beyblade thing, not only has it.
Is it a sports yet?
Oh, is it a sport?
Is it not a game?
It is a game. I mean, well, but there are plans, I've heard, to make it into an official sport, like an Olympics, actually. My friend just sent me that like last week, and I was very shocked as well.
Olympics.
Olympics, yes.
Wow.
Okay, if golf can be as an official sports, I think Beyblade shouldn't be an issue, lah.
Isn't that controversial?
So
I don't care. Like the golfers can come after me, swing their golf clubs at me. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna send my weight max Beyblade at them, zoom. Okay, and then they're gonna crash into their ankles, and then they're just gonna collapse. Alright.
Yeah, they're finished.
So what is this game actually called? I know there's extreme something.
What, this game? Which game are you talking about? This one?
Beyblade. Is it Extreme Gear Sports, right?
Extreme Gear Sports. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember now. Extreme Gear Sports. Basically, like, it's inspired by the series that's out. So what they're trying to do now, instead of a fantasy-based series, they want to make it more in realism. So it's called a sports anime, and probably they do want to do the real life thing as a sports thing as well.
Wow.
Very
That's-
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe if let's say for example, right, I'm a newbie, I'm a boomer, I don't know anything about any of this. Like what would be the one advice that you could give me to help me kickstart my potential extreme gear sports career? Like I want to be the very best that no one ever was.
The very
Okay,
best. Oh.
How do I start off? How do I kick off my career?
How? Okay, you have a bag of cash, and then you find a
Hold on. Is this pay to win?
pay to win. I wouldn't say so, honestly. If you have balls of steel, like some people, they are just really just built different. So, for my advice, like how I started, you get a bunch of friends who are interested in the thing, and then after that, you can start to go to a store together, or you can exchange base yourself, buy it. You go by what you feel is best looking, honestly. You don't have to think about meta and worry about all that first. Like, you choose a bay that looks amazing to you, and then you can slowly build up your collection, and then you can slowly learn how to play.
That's how I pitch Warhammer to people as well. If you don't know how to start, just choose the nicest aesthetic and start.
Yeah, it really is.
Someone is asking color maxing where? Is that a real thing, Wendy?
It's a joke. I mean, no. Maybe some people do it. Like, looks maxing, lah. Color maxing, same.
So can you paint your Beyblade?
Can you?
Because about color maxing. So color mixing or color maxing?
Color maxing.
Yeah.
Painting Beyblades. Well, I mean, it's not opposed to it. There's a lot of like Instagrams where people actually paint their own Beyblades. But if you want to bring it to an official tournament, no, it's not recommended. You cannot mark your base.
All right. Okay. Do we have any last things that we want to talk
I
about?
see these
Yeah.
things here.
These things.
Yeah.
What are these?
These? Okay.
This doesn't look like the normal launcher that I have 15 years ago.
Was it different? It was, right? Well, okay. So, yeah, they're called launchers. There's like 2 different kinds right now. The ripcord, and this is the grip for you to be swag. And this one is so... String launcher, it really depends on your style as well. The more beginner-friendly one would be the ripcord that I recommend. I mean, I like it. I like it without the grip as well. It applies more strength. And string launchers are usually for people to maneuver more easily and not let your enemy read your cue, basically.
Hang on, what do you mean by read your cue?
What on earth?
What is that?
Yes, because it's a competitive scene as well. You have to worry about every little thing sometimes. Like, you want the prize, right? Yeah?
Yes.
You want the prize? Okay.
I want to be the very best.
You want to be the very best? Exactly. So some people also have that mindset. And so they make sure that they choose and master the string, for example, where enemies cannot read your cues. And then they wouldn't know how to counter you, and you'll probably be the very best there is.
So it's not only just pulling the ripcord and just spinning the blade. You have what?
Mind games, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned and shout your special move. So if
dear.
if you shout your special move, then the mind game's not needed. I already know what you're gonna do next.
No, the special move is always very vague.
You can always shout your special move and do something different.
Exactly. You see?
So the special move need to be some really weird esoteric name that doesn't signal or doesn't broadcast your intent like that.
The answer is Delulu, man.
All right. Okay. I think we're good on the Beyblade topic.
Yeah.
Or do we have anything else we wish to add?
The tournament scene. So how do
Yeah.
we get into the tournament? How do we play a tournament?
Okay, so when it comes to official tournaments, there will be announcements on your Facebook page or like the Instagram official, and then after that you can just apply for free actually. But there is a balloting system. You have to queue.
Wow, like HDB. You
Is
have
it
to
because
HDB.
is it because there's just overwhelming number of people that's just trying to get into the tournament scene?
Yeah, surprisingly, like because you wouldn't think that Beyblade X has so many people, but there is.
Yeah, that was one of the most surprising fact for me as well. Like when I heard how many people are in the current
Actively
scene,
playing, right?
actively playing.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say they are probably the largest gaming groups now in Singapore. I think even
I think
surpassing.
comparable to 40K.
I think
Really?
even larger than 40K.
Yeah, maybe so.
possible larger than 40K.
Maybe 300 to 800 people.
Okay, that's definitely
That-
larger than 40k.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Oh
a big
gosh.
range, depending on which part of the range you are. And 40k is like what, about 400. If you really drag people out of their houses and
Yeah.
like you know you maybe about 400.
I would say
of them.
300 to 400
Yeah, yeah.
around there.
Dang. Okay. Oh my
Alright.
goodness, that's a lot of
Wow,
people.
bigger than 40k, yo.
Oh man.
Yeah, the 40k people, you all need to up your game, man. You all need to go and splurge your money and go and like start spending.
Invitation to all Beybladers. Join
So-
40k.
So I understand there's a tournament deck. It's like, wow, it's like magic. What? There's a deck to it.
Oh,
So how do you go about building your deck?
building a deck? So the game style is you need to play 3-on-3. So like you take 3 of your combinations and then you play against your enemy. So how you build it is basically you take your blade of choice. If say I want to be an attack player, I'll take like maybe like a Phoenix Wing. It's very good, and add it together with a stable and very flat ratchet, and then also a very aggressive bit. So for example, like this is considered aggressive. It's called flat. So the gears on the side as well. Because of these, they can ride around the extreme line and smack your opponent right out like that.
Right the line. Wow.
Right the line. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
It's crazy? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I mean
crazy.
to me it's like for someone who hasn't seen it, you know, like for 15, 20 years, to me this is so beyond my imagination, because when like no joke, the last time I heard Beyblade really was in my secondary school days.
Oh.
And I'm cracking 40, so I mean I don't know, like, you know.
That's 20 years ago, yo.
That's 20 years ago. Yeah,
Shock.
my goodness.
So you have to bring 3 Beyblades, and all the parts I heard have to be unique. That you cannot have repeat parts in the
Yes.
tournament deck, correct?
That's correct. So they all have to be unique. No repeated blade. Even if the color is different, no, it doesn't apply. It's just the name. It's like
Yeah.
So the color maxing doesn't
color
take into
maxing.
account.
Color maxing can be taken into account. There's so many different colors for everything right now. But that's a separate thing.
Yeah, so you get 3 parts in a Beyblade box. You get the bay itself, the ratchet, and the, what's the last part called? The beat.
Yeah.
And then you can mix and match your Beyblades as you buy
Yeah.
the boxes
It's
along
very
the way.
simple. So like you can just twist, and then after that it comes out. You can twist it back, and then it goes in, like that.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
And then you start building your deck. It's like building your list for a war game, for a 40k game. You have to build your list. You're building a deck for your Beyblade tournament. Wow.
Yes. This is your strategy. This is your fight. This is your army.
And so I heard that there's regional tournaments going on. Yeah.
Regional tournaments.
So-
yeah.
So Hammer House is applying to be a official store for Beyblade, and we have to run official they call it G3 tournaments in the store. It'll be free, like Wendy say, you have to ballot to participate. So there's G3, then there's G2, and then there's G1. So I heard. So what is the difference between this tournament G3 to G1?
First of all, I think the difference is in size and also difficulty, I would say. So like the G3 is the one that occurs much more often in Singapore as well. There's probably other countries where you just have they have a challenge basically where you versus multiple opponents and try to get the first. Maybe standard, from what I remember, maybe 3 to 4 rounds like that. There's a kid slot and there's an adult slot now, which are very defined.
So kids slot is up to what age?
Oh, up to what age? If I remember correctly, they at least have to be 7 and it ends at 12?
Oh.
Something like that.
According to the chat, there's a G2 tournament today.
Oh, yes.
Oh, really?
Today.
Yeah, so they are saying all the best to the G2 players. And yeah, all the
Yes.
best to them. Yeah.
All the best.
May your Beyblade spin fastest. I don't know. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what to wish you, but just win. Okay, just get the championship.
You'll get it eventually. Yeah, so in regards to that, G2 is a bit more bigger size, and then also the single elimination format, I think so. Is that? Yeah, single elimination. And G1 is even the grandest one, where they have a lot of promotional stuff like standees, stage, MCs. It'll be held in a big mall and everyone will watch you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Interesting. I just gotta say that.
I mean,
Mind blown.
It definitely is like a brand new experience for me to see all this firsthand unfolding, and for the first time in I don't know how many years, and suddenly something from my childhood being brought back to life, and
A resurgence.
yeah, and apparently it's like bigger than ever, bigger than anything that I've ever seen, and it's just all done under my nose. You know, I've been in the gaming community for
under your
for
nose.
yoinks, and then after that, I've never even heard of the Beyblade thing, you know, like coming back until very, very recently. So good job, Beybladers, okay?
Yes.
Bring glory to Singapore.
Oh.
Okay, go overseas and stomp on some of these like regional players, alright? You gotta go and make sure that we are represented. Okay?
Oh yeah, speaking of which, actually, yeah, we recently had one in KL, I think. It was
Regional tournament? Or
Regional, no.
Qualifier?
Qualifiers. No, qualifiers have been finished already. We recently had that maybe a few months ago in Singapore. And then he made it to be flown right over to Malaysia, where they have this SEA, like Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, all this competing for the top. So our Singaporean here, his name's Kazu, he got second place and he got a trophy as well. It's kind of awesome. Yeah,
So you say it's flown in? Is it
flown in, yes.
paid for?
Yes, that's what I heard,
Wow.
apparently. So it's very cool. Like, it's something that most Beybladers want to reach for. It's very amazing, yes.
All right. Speaking of tournament qualifiers, you know, that's like the second topic of our day. Of course, like Wendy, sorry, do you have any last thing you want to say regarding like Beyblade?
Regarding this, I mean, just join, have fun, don't worry too much. There's a community for you, and we'll be waiting for you. That's all.
Yeah. So, yep, you can always pick up Beyblade at Hammer House. I think you guys are stocking it up
Yes,
already.
it's
Yep.
in stock already.
So, yep, just come down to 23 Temple Street and
24 Temple Street.
24 blah blah blah. Sorry, 24 Temple. That's close enough. One. You'll see the blue color thing, and then it's just like Hammer House. Okay, it's very obvious where it's